89.4. Damn, I was kind of expecting a new lowest weight today because of how I felt yesterday, what I did yesterday, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. If it's not gonna happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I promise you, you're gonna see the video tomorrow, which is gonna be uploaded tomorrow, and you will see that I have lost weight and like everything's on the right track because I'm the trainer. I'm doing exactly what I need to do in order to lose weight. And speaking of losing weight, I'm starving right now. So I'm really looking forward to this breakfast. And if you're watching this video right now, in the last video I asked you about breakfast choices, but I haven't seen the replies to those comments yet. So I will be just making my normal breakfast tomorrow or the day after. I'm gonna take your comments on board and we're gonna change my breakfast a little bit because, like I said, I'm a little bit bored of my breakfast. I wanna have some pancakes maybe, or whatever you guys come up with is what I'm gonna try because I feel like switching my breakfast up a bit. And you guys probably have really good ideas, so let's break the fast. Before I begin to break my fast, let me tell you something about my Apple Watch, which I haven't actually spoken about on the YouTube channel yet. And basically, it's pretty useful. Believe it or not, it's actually really useful. It tracks my heart rate, which is pretty cool. I can see like how much I'm doing in terms of cardio, or my resting heart rate is. If you're wondering, my resting heart rate sits somewhere between like 60 and like 65. It could be lower and it will be lower. If your heart rate's like chilling at like 70 plus, that's pretty unhealthy, by the way. If you can check your heart rate and see what you're resting at, it's pretty unhealthy. You should probably fix that like by like losing some weight, eating better, or doing some cardio preferably. But pretty much the most important thing about the Apple Watch, and the reason why I even got it in the first place, is because it tracks my sleep. And it's actually really cool because it shows you how long you're awake during the night, your REM sleep, your deep sleep, your core sleep. And it's kind of crazy because I wake up, I look at the statistics and I'm like, how do I feel right now after I've like gone awake? And then if I get poor sleep, I look at the watch and it reflects, like I get a little deep sleep, or my REM sleep was all over the place, or I was awake during the night like 10 times, right? Today I slept for 9 hours, everything was pretty spot on. For some reason, I was awake multiple points during the night. The less times you're awake, the better. So if you can be awake once for a pee or twice maximum, then you're sleeping like an absolute king. Like your body is gonna recover like fucking nothing else, mate. I'm telling you. There's loads of different watches on the market. I'd probably go for like a Fitbit. I think they're pretty cheap. There's like Samsung watches if you've got a Samsung phone, but I just got an Apple one because I've got an Apple phone and it's just easier to like connect to and everything just like works. I'm in the Apple ecosystem. I'm sold on the system, okay? Anywho, good old breakfast, 5 egg sausages, 2 pieces of toast, fruit smoothie, recipe for everything's gonna be over there, calories and macros are gonna be over there. Boom, easy work, mate. I'm gonna dig in, I'm starving. Oh yeah, before I dig into breakfast, my supplements of choice, I've got krill oil, I've got vitamin D3, I've got this multivitamin, which is for my protein, and I take 2 electrolyte tablets. Boom, easy work. You don't need any supplements, but I have them because I'm sponsored, and if you have money burning a hole in your pocket, why not? They might improve something, right? It's pretty good. Okay, I'll see you in a second when I finish this food. It is time for my daily salt intake, mate. I've got this, a lot of people ask me, where did you get the iodized salt from? The iodized salt has iodine in it, by the way, which is hard to find in food, whatever. A better salt than regular salt. If you can't get iodized salt, you should get pink Himalayan. Lucy got it for me for Christmas because I was telling her all about like this vertical diet, Stan Efferding, and all the things and stuff. Some of you commented I should start eating liver, and I think I might. I just need to know where to buy it from. So if you know where to buy liver from, let me know, and I'm gonna go buy it from there. But anyways, salt. I'm gonna have half a teaspoon. The only way to get it down is just like spoon, water, swish, swallow, water, swallow. That's the way to get it down. And Lucy got this particular salt in Homebase, but you can probably just look on Amazon, eBay, and just type in iodized salt and find some. I think pink Himalayan will do. Even table salt is good. The whole point of the iodized salt and the pink Himalayan, I think they have a higher sodium concentration, which means it's more of what you want, right? Because sodium is what holds on to water, and then the entire point of having the sodium before you go train is so you hold on to more water, your muscles are like 70% water, you're gonna get better pumps, you're gonna have better performance, you're gonna have better endurance, etc., etc. It's the same reason why you would have an electrolyte tablet, because it has potassium and sodium. Science trains. I'll see you soon. Believe it or not, my surname isn't actually Trains. My name isn't Dave Trains. I wish it was because it sounds really good. But basically, why I'm even telling you about this is because I've had people ask me, what did I do before I did social media? Who am I? What do I do? Like, what is Dave? Before I did social media, I was a full-time student. I studied strength and conditioning with rehabilitation here at my local uni. Reason why I went local is because I didn't want to leave my parents, because my parents are, like, I owe them, like, basically everything. Because I'm Polish. They moved here when I was, like, 9 years old. We lived in, like, extreme poverty back in Poland, and we're still extremely poor here in England because they're uneducated immigrants, both uneducated in Poland and England, so, like, we're just poor people. So I'm just really grateful for everything they've done for me, and that's why I didn't want to leave them. And I studied strength and conditioning here at university, and I was about a year into my studies when COVID happened, and then we had lockdown, so I started just like live streaming myself here in my room because I spent all of my student finance on a gym to put in my living room, and then I started social media. it started doing a little bit well, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna carry on going. I figured out a way to make a bit of money by training programs, and then my social media started really popping off, started making quite a bit of money, and then I went to my parents, I was like, okay, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If I don't do this right now, it will never happen. They were really supportive, they're always supportive of everything I do, they trust me. They have like the utmost trust for what I do. So that was amazing of them to actually support what I do. And then ever since then, it just sort of spiraled. I've been sponsored by Protein, I've worked with Gymshark, I've made my programs, I've made Overdrive, I've done loads of stuff, just to try and, you know, be the best I can be. But yeah, a lot of people still don't know that I'm actually not British, I'm Polish. You might think I've got some sort of posh accent, but that's because when I learned how to speak English, it was in school, and I always thought that having like an Essex accent was not the best, so I just sort of really said my T's and fucking, you know, the rest of it. But nowadays, my lingo has gotten so bad, I like fuck every other word and in it and, you know, all these words that I shouldn't be saying, but that's what my story is. It's not very elaborate, there's nothing very special about it. I'm an immigrant, I went to uni, COVID happened, met my girlfriend, started doing gym stuff on the internet, and here I am. I managed to sort of spin being an idiot into a career, if you want to call it a career, I don't know. Employment, how about that, eh? As I was going through university as well, I had a part-time job. I worked firstly at McDonald's, which I worked at McDonald's. That was my first ever job when I was 16. I quit for a little bit, and then I went back to work at McDonald's, and then I found a better job, which actually paid me like a decent amount of money. I worked in the hospital. I was a ward host, which what I did was basically worked in the little kitchen on a ward, and I made food for the patients. So they just tell me what they want. If they want like some food, whatever. It was all mostly microwave stuff, and there was like random desserts and whatever. But I just put it on a thing, made them coffee, made them tea, whatever they asked for, fill up their water, give them food, and that was my job. Also, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but this t-shirt, jeez, looking like angel trains. I don't wear white too often, so this is like a little bit of a special moment for me. I think this is called like legacy long sleeve. This is in white, obviously. I'm wearing a size medium. I probably should have gotten a large because it's like cottony, it's not super stretchy, and it just feels a little bit small. But maybe I'm just that big, bro. I think it's just slim fit, but anyways. So I'm very happy that I actually took the risk and I had like supportive parents, and obviously all of you who watch my videos, comment, like, interact in any sort of way. Even if you hate me, it's not a bad thing, because if you hate me, then at least I'm being myself, and you can dislike me, that's completely okay. You can love me, that's completely okay. When else are you gonna take risks if not in your like early 20s? Like, I'm early in life, I can always figure something out to do. But if you're thinking about starting something, if you're thinking about taking a risk, even messaging a girl, do you know what I mean? Like, that's a little bit of a risk. Take it, just do it. Nothing's gonna happen. You got your whole life ahead of you, and it's better to just do something, fail, than not do anything and just regret it later on, okay? So just crack on with it, do something. I urge you to just take fucking life by the balls. It will work out. And if it doesn't, then you will learn a lesson, and then something else will work out in the future, okay? Fuck! Let's go train. Welcome to the training portion of the video. Oh my God. It was a pretty good session, I'll tell you that much, but it wasn't the most strong feeling session. I should have been going way slower on the way down on these curls, but I felt like my biceps were completely tearing off my fucking bones every single rep. You can see I put it up, little pause, and then down, and that seems to be enough to my biceps just feel like they're gonna burst out of the skin. Feels really good. I am gonna give you the whole training session, what I did today, the whole training session at the end of the training session. So if you want to see the training session, just wait through this, and then I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So maybe you can copy it, you can see what I'm doing, and then maybe you can like be interested and change your training, maybe get some inspiration. I don't fucking know, laugh at me, whatever you want to do. I did a top set, and then these are the back off, so I lower the weight a little bit, and I'm trying to just really keep my elbows in place, and just I do curls in more of an arcing motion. There's a lot of people that go like up, straight up like this. I prefer to go in more of an arcing motion like this. It's down to preference. Your biceps might differ, and you might feel like going straight up is pretty much sweet for your biceps, but I go in a bit of an arcing motion. Took the top off. I took a top off, like Gunnar said that one time, and I was looking pretty alright. I didn't find the best lighting, but I looked pretty swole nonetheless. My left arm, that's my left arm, by the way. That's the fucked arm, and it can never, ever, no matter what I do pretty much, stay in one fucking place. My front delt, no matter how much I pin it to the side, pin my arm back, my front delt always gets engaged. It's like the way my elbow was like reconstructing when I broke it. It's as if they like connected the bicep to my shoulder, and it's just completely screwed forever. Anyways, lat pull downs, these are so optimal, mate. I'm telling you. If you can get yourself a fucking neutral grip in your gym, a mag grip or neutral grip of any kind, it's insane. It feels so good. I did like a set of 14, 15. I think I did multiple sets of really high reps. I need to up the weight, to be fair, because I'm doing like 101 kilos on there, which is pretty, you know, the trainer, big guy. But doing that, and then I did some back offs, not even back offs, sorry, I did straight sets, and then I did a drop set, is what I was meant to say. I did a drop set on my last set, which you're gonna see in a second. I literally just dropped it down to like 60% of the weight, so that was 60 kilos. And then I just tried to just do as many reps as possible, which wasn't that many because I went straight after. And not only were my forearms on fire, but more importantly, my back, my lats, my upper back, everything was getting smoked, mate. Yeah, really good. Fucking mag grips have changed the way I train my back, the way it feels. The growth is probably like reflecting, you know. These curls are absolutely insane. I'm gonna leave the whole set in here so you can see from start to finish what it looks like, but I use quite a low weight on this, so if I'm doing curls, I'll use 17 kilos or 15 kilos, but here, 12, and then come up, pause, slow on the way down, all the way down. You don't wanna go all the way down because your biceps, as you go all the way down, the lower you get, your biceps are like telling you, please stop, but you need to go up and then fucking resist it. I'm telling you, the burn on these is insane, especially because you cannot cheat whatsoever. The fact that I have it like actively pressing against the pad, I'm like using the pad as like almost leverage, if that makes any sense. And it just absolutely lights your bicep up. You don't even need to hold onto the dumbbell that hard. You just barely have it in your hand and you just use your bicep to lift everything. It's absolutely insane. Moving on to the row your boat, I decided to lower the weight and I decided to train smarter, not harder. So lowered the weight a little bit and just really focused on pulling my elbows back. I know it all sounds really simple, I know it sounds really silly. I've been training for 7 years, but this is like the things that just really make a difference when you're trying to be a bit of a more bodybuilder, you know? So I just tried to take it really slow, really controlled, really felt my back like crazy. And then I did a drop set on the last set, which was, this is the end of the drop set, and the training session, the whole entire training session is just on the screen for you right there. Enjoy. I don't think we're gonna do cardio because firstly, the gym's closing, so we can't do cardio. We can do cardio, but we won't do cardio. Me and Lucy are thinking, because it's New Year's, we might go get some food, go a little bit off plan, maybe go out, have a few bevies. We didn't do anything for Christmas. I didn't go for my diet on Christmas. I haven't been above, like, I've always been below my calories, if anything. I haven't been above for a day since I started my diet, I think.
Apart from the eating challenges.
Apart from the eating challenges that we did, but those don't really count because that wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, let's go do an eating challenge like some people with like eating disorders do. They're like, oh, let's disguise an eating challenge as a binge. Like no, that was literally purely for the entertainment of the people.
And
not because I was like, oh, let's go binge, yeah.
We actually like regretted it a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
We were like, it ruined our cuts, so
it ruined our cut, and like we ruined our cut, so progress was diminished. And then it's not nice to eat that much food. I think people really like you overshoot it in your head so much when you're on a diet. The only thing that's gonna satisfy you and really make you happy on a diet is like one good meal. You don't need 3, 4 sweets, dessert. Just like you're really hungry, you hadn't had like these like really hyper palatable foods in a while. You have like a burger and chips and you're like, oh, that's what it tastes like. That was amazing. And back to my normal food.
I think when you cheat, I think if you are gonna do like a cheat something, it's best to do a cheat meal as opposed to a cheat day. Like
absolutely.
If you do a cheat day, I think that will like enforce like a binge eating disorder in your head. Like it's so much better to just cheat on one meal.
And it sets you up. It sets you up, yeah, it's not a cheat. It sets you up for like feeling disappointment, discouraged. Oh, you did a cheat day, might as well carry it into tomorrow. What's the point of doing this, that, and the other? The whole point is like you let yourself go off plan because you feel like, oh, there's an event or something. You do that, and then the next day you wake up as if nothing ever happened, as if that cheat day never happened. You had your enjoyment, move on. You're back to doing everything as you were before. Like you shouldn't be making a cheat meal into a cheat 2 meals, into a cheat day, into a cheat week. Just have your enjoyment, enjoy that meal, know that that is your last meal that you're gonna have. Move on, okay? That's the best way to go about it. Otherwise, like we said, it goes into like developing bad eating habits, and you shouldn't. It's a downward spiral to like hell and depression and everything else. You're gonna feel horrible about yourself, okay? I'll see you in a second. We're probably gonna go grab some food.
I didn't bring my big camera into the Prezzo's because, like, look around, quite busy. Anyways, we've ordered our food. I'm gonna show you when it comes. I'm fucking starving. We were meant to go later, but we're gonna go now, and because I want to eat, and Lucy wants to eat.
I'm starving, guys. I'm starving. I'm ready for a pizza. I haven't eaten something so delicious in such a long time. So, can I do a cheese break for it? Look. Are you joking?
These are to share. So I'm gonna have one of these. Lucy's gonna have one of these. We're gonna have half of that, and that's gonna be that.
We just finished Prezzo's, polished it off, and this polished this off as well. This is busted. These are so good.
That meal was absolutely delicious. I'm still sitting here and just enjoying the memory of having that meal. It was absolutely incredible. Me and Lucy are probably gonna go to the pub for a few drinky poos with the lads. And by the lads, I mean literally me and Lucy. By the time you're seeing this, it's already the new year, so I hope you had an amazing time. I hope you are ready to just fuck up your goals in the new year. I am, so you should be too, okay? Let's fucking just get swole, strong, massive, fucking conditioned, everything together, okay? It's gonna be fucking sick. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, because 60% of people subscribe, 40% don't. So please, I beg. I don't beg, but please. Much love.